Yeah, I mean, I think, third down and red zone defense is obviously very important. I think the most telling stat is turnovers. I mean, if you're getting the ball out on defense, protecting it elsewhere, I mean, if you're winning turnover margin, that's usually the closest thing that says, win or loss.
What's been the key to starting to create that now? You're getting some interceptions these days.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We've been emphasizing all year long and all the way back through the spring, and so, obviously it was great to get some of those last week. We got to continue doing it. I mean, it's a team stat. Even if it's an interception, usually it's caused by someone pressuring the quarterback or something up front, and or a guy getting the ball out. It's things we talk about and work on every day, and it'll be huge this week. And these guys do a great job protecting the ball. They're up there on top of the country in turnover margin.
Is there still an area where you think your defense needs to improve?
Yeah, all areas. I mean, we got to get better. We got to get better at affecting the quarterback and covering downfield, and really just all in all, just being fundamentally sound consistently. Some of that stuff shows up on tape, and obviously other people are watching our tape too and looking for ways to exploit us. We got to get it right.
Is there a difference being a coordinator for a defensive head coach like you were at Florida and now an offensive head coach like you are here?
Yeah, I mean, there's differences in any work environment or who you're working for. I think although Jim is his background is offense. I mean, he's got the mentality of a defensive head coach. I mean, he's tough, get after, blue collar, and couldn't be better. I mean, he really helps our defense in many ways. And so I think it's a benefit to us with him being the head coach.
You guys talked about your intensity this week. I think one of them said they thought you were going to lose all your hair before you turned 40. Has intensity been your MO forever here?
Yeah, I hope the hair thing doesn't come to fruition, but maybe we'll see. It's not anything by design. It's not, hey, I'm gonna be intense today or get after him. It's really just that's me. I think if you're yourself, players respond to it. They don't, you're not putting on a show or trying to do something different. It's just be yourself. And so if that's how they see it and take it, then so be it. I just want them to understand that and respond.
Is that how you always were growing up too, playing football?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's probably safe to say. You can, just always been that way.
Like, what was the craziest thing you did as a player?
Oh no, that's not anything you need to talk about now. But no, I mean, I just think it's when you're passionate about something, you enjoy what you're doing, which I definitely do. When I enjoy coaching these guys, it's easy to get excited about it.
Do you get kind of lost in it though when you're in it? I mean, Joe Bolden made up a word, explosibility. He said about you. Do you get sort of lost in it when you're coaching these guys? You don't even realize that they're perceiving you this way.
I guess sometimes it's interesting or fun to hear what their take is, what they say, because they really don't say it to you. So they when they speak about an interview or something. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's all part of it, and the good thing is that these guys are they've really bought into playing for one another and responding to one another and being accountable to one another, and that's what it's all about.
How's the linebacker play been so far through 5 games?
Those guys have played really well. I mean, we've been asking we've had some different type of game plans and with the teams we're facing, the offenses we're facing, and they've done a great job really being the quarterbacks out there, and we rely on them a lot to check things and make changes on the sideline, and they've handled it really well. And I think they continue to improve, just like we said, the defense. I mean, I think Des Morgan played his best game last week, and and Joe's continuing getting better, and James Ross, and I mean all those guys. I mean, they're continuing to improve, and I think they're getting more comfortable with what we're doing and understanding it.
Last question.
No, you don't watch directly Northwestern defensive film, but Hankowitz, obviously he's been doing this a long time. Is there some fraternity between guys? Do you know him at all? Is there any connection?
In terms of coaching in general, yeah, definitely. I mean, you can talk to the guys and speak, and what are you doing to this, or how's what's been good for you, what bad, and that always goes on. In terms of Hankowitz in particular, no, I obviously know him, know of him. He's a great coach. He's well respected within our profession, but no, not a guy that I know on that type of basis.
Did you know he was a Michigan man?
Pardon me?
Did you know he went to school here?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I know his background well, and yeah, he's doing a great job like he always does. He's been consistent for a long time.
All right, guys, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.